29 January 2022 Morning Murli Shanti BapDada Madhuban. Sweet children, in order to make yourself souls free from disease, study the spiritual study and enable others to do the same. Open a spiritual hospital. Question: by having which one desire are all your other desires automatically fulfilled? Answer: simply have the desire to remember the Father and become ever healthy. If you fulfill the desire for knowledge and yoga, all your other desires will automatically be fulfilled. Your children mustn't have any bad habits. Be all-rounders. Although each one of you has weaknesses, you must definitely do service. Song: have patience, O mind. Your days of happiness are about to come. Shanti. You children heard the song. At this time, all souls are given patience. The mind and intellect are in the soul. It is when the souls are unhappy that they call out to the Father, O Purifier, Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, come. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar can never be called Purifier. Since even they can't be called that, then neither can Lakshmi or Narayan nor Ram or Sita be called that. Only the one is the purifier. Vishnu is a pure image anyway. He is the master of the land of Vishnu. It is Shivbaba who establishes the land of Vishnu. He is establishing the land of Vishnu at this time. Only deities reside there. Whether you call it the Vishnu dynasty or the Lakshmi and Narayan dynasty, it is the same thing. These points have to be imbibed. The Father is spiritual, and this is a spiritual study, a spiritual surgery. This is why such a name should be written on the board. Brahma Kumaris, Godly World Spiritual University. The word spiritual must definitely be used. Thus can also be called a spiritual hospital, because the Father is called the eternal surgeon and also the purifier and the ocean of knowledge. He gives you patience and say, children, I have now come. I am the one who teaches spirits. I am called the Supreme Spirit. Souls are diseased and have alloy mixed in them. In the golden age, souls are pure, whereas here souls are impure. Charitable souls exist there and sinful souls exist here. Everything depends on souls. It is the Supreme Soul who gives teachings to souls. Everyone remembers him. One can ask him for anything. If someone is unhappy and poverty-stricken, he would say, have mercy and make a rich person give me some money. Once he receives that, he would say that God gave it to him directly or through someone. A carpenter would receive money from his boss. Children would receive it from their father, but God's name would be glorified. However, human beings don't know God. This is why all of these methods are created. It is asked, what is your relationship with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul? What is your relationship with Brahma, the father of people, and Jagadamba, the world mother? What is your relationship with the king and queen, Narayan and Lakshmi? They are the masters of the world. The one who established heaven would surely have given them the inheritance of heaven. They are the masters of the land of Vishnu. The main pictures are of shivbaba and Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar. They show the form of Vishnu with all the ornaments. Sustenance takes place through Vishnu and destruction through Shankar. His task is not as big. It is Shivbaba who is worthy of being praised, and Vishnu also becomes that. The part of Shankar is separate. The name given to them is the Trimurti. Ram and Sita and Lakshmi and Narayan are the main pictures. After those, there are the pictures of Ravan. A large picture, 4 feet into 6 feet, of Ravan should also be created. Ravan's effigy is burnt every year. What is your connection with that? He is burned, and so he must definitely be a great enemy. There should be a large picture of him in the exhibition. His kingdom begins in the Copper Age. When the deities fall onto the path of seeing, all the pictures apart from these should be shown in different exhibition set, because all of them are Iron Age pictures. The pictures of Ganesh, Hanuman, fishes, and alligators, etc., should all be shown in that. Many such pictures can be found. On one side, have the Iron Age pictures, and on the other side, have your pictures. You can explain using these pictures. The main picture is of Shivbaba and your aim and objective. The picture of Lakshmi and Narayan is separate from the pictures of the Confluence Age. The pictures of the Iron Age too are separate. A very big room would be needed to exhibit all the pictures. Many people will come to you in Delhi. Some may be good and others bad. You need to be very cautious and you need discrimination for this. Have it inaugurated by the Chief Justice. He is a very well known number one person. The President and the Chief Justice are equal. They make one another take an oath. Obviously, they understand some knowledge, and this is why they come to inaugurate something. An inauguration would only be carried out for something constructive. There wouldn't be an inauguration for anything destructive. The father now explains, children, your days of happiness are coming. The word hospital should definitely be written on the board. Who carried out establishment? The eternal surgeon, the purified father. In the pure world, pure human beings never have any type of illness. In the impure world, there are many illnesses. Think about those things with regard to doing service, what pictures should be used and how they should be explained. If a senseless person were to explain them, no one would understand anything. They would say, there is nothing here. They just tell lies. This is why those who are not clever shouldn't be made to explain at the exhibitions. Those who explain to others have to be clever. Many types of people come here. If a foolish person were to explain to an important person, the whole exhibition would be brought into respite. Baba can tell you what type of teacher so and so is. Not all are clever to the same extent. There are even many who are body conscious. The father says, oh souls, your days of happiness are coming. Everyone remembers the name of heaven, but the status in heaven is also number wise. In hell too, the status is number wise. Kings and queens are those who are to be traded in the rosary of victory. We ask, what is your relationship with the goddess of knowledge, Jagadamba? God gives knowledge to the goddess of knowledge and she becomes an empress. Jagadamba, the world mother, has many children, and Brahma, the father of people, also has many children. These are very subtle matters. People cannot understand who Brahma, the father of people, and Jagadamba, the world mother, are. There would be the mouth-born creation of Brahma, the father of people. Those who are sensible would immediately see that they are unable to understand the connection between Brahma, the father of people, and Jagadamba, the world mother. All of these children must be mouth-born. When they ask such questions, you can know the type of intellects that the people who come have. The father explains all secrets. There are the pictures of the Trimurti, the tree, the cycle, the aim and objective, Lakshmi and Narayan, and also the one who is giving the inheritance who is up above. The one who explains has to be very clever. The questionnaire too is very good. What is your connection with Ravan? None of those great scholars and pundits etc. understand how he is an enemy. Nor did we understand this previously. Baba says even this Brahma whom I adopted didn't know anything. Now that you know, you should have a great interest in explaining to others. This exhibition is very new. Even if people copied it, they wouldn't be able to explain it. It is a wonder. There has to be great intoxication. Engage yourselves in service fully. Many will ask for your pictures, and so you should have many copies of them. And unlimited intellect for service is needed. There will be expenses. Money has to be used. If you continue to spend, more will continue to come. Wealth never diminishes when it is donated. Many children will continue to be created. Money has to be used for doing service. There will be the kingdom in the golden age. You are not going to build palaces here. There is so much expenditure by the government for that. Here, you have the expense of making pictures. Day by day, very good new points emerge. It is explained with great tact when the kingdom of Ravan began. For half the time, it is the kingdom of Ram, and for half the time, it is the kingdom of Ravan. Baba alone comes and liberates you from that Ravan. No one else can liberate you. The Almighty authority is needed for this. Only He can enable you to conquer Maya. Then Ravan, the enemy, will not exist in the golden age. Day by day, your influence will spread a great deal. All the mothers and Kumaris who are in bondage will then become free. They will all understand that this is something good. There will definitely be allegations. Krishna too was accused. At the time of establishment, there were so many allegations of women being abducted, etc., and so many insults. They have also defamed heaven, saying that a snake bit Krishna and that such and such happened, etc. Those are such useless matters. Many come to the exhibitions. They are told to come to the centers to understand more. Come and make your lives worthwhile. Conquer death. There is no untimely death there. There is a story of how a demon of death came to take someone and how he was told that he could not enter. These matters have to be understood clearly. A very broad, unlimited intellect is needed for this. You also need to be soul conscious. I am a soul. Don't have any awareness of old relationships or of old bodies. The play is now coming to an end and we are to return home. We have to go to heaven and forge new relationships. You have this knowledge in your intellects. This old world is going to be destroyed. Our connection is with the Father and the new world. Thus things have to be shown. You are receiving this knowledge for the future new world. This old world is to become a graveyard. Why should you attach your heart to it? Everything, including your bodies, is to be destroyed. It is good to become soul conscious. We are going to Baba. Talk to yourselves, for only then will you be able to explain to others. Your children know that your days of happiness are now coming. The more effort you make to pass, the higher the status you will claim. Only your teacher would give you a certificate. He knows how much honesty you have in you and how serviceable you are. That one carries out the task of construction. He doesn't do anything destructive. Only those who are serviceable can be seated in his heart. However, no one has become complete yet. Everyone has weaknesses. You are going to become perfect as you move forward. You have to be interested in creating the lives of human beings and making their lives worthwhile. To change thorns into flowers, the Father to changes human beings who are like thorns into flowers. He makes them into deities. Knowledge and yoga are also needed. When the number of children continues to grow, no one will oppose you. They will then understand. There are no deities here. Attention has to be paid to everything. All round intellects are needed. It's someone doing service well or not. It's someone, a person who loves to rest all the time. It's someone, a person who is always wanting something. That is called greed. I want good clothes. I want good food. There are many desires. In fact, whatever you receive from this sacrificial fire is good. Sannyasis never ask for anything more than they are given. They believe that it is not good to have habits. Everything you receive from Shivbaba's sacrificial fire is fine. In spite of that, there are desires. First of all, fulfill the desire for knowledge and yoga. You have had those other desires for birth after birth. Now, by remembering Baba, we will become ever healthy. Have this desire. Therefore, you must definitely write, "This is a spiritual hospital." When you do this, people will be able to understand that this is a hospital and a college. Baba has had a building constructed to serve as a hospital and a college. There are no decorations in colleges. They are very simple. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point, don't be someone who loves to rest. Have a great interest in doing service. Spend your money on doing service alone. Create the lives of human beings and change them from thrones into flowers. Second point, always carry out constructive work, not anything destructive. Talk to yourselves, where am I going? What am I becoming? Blessing, may you become an embodiment of awareness and power and experience transformation, happiness and lightness by having powerful remembrance. Explanation, powerful remembrance gives you a double experience at the same time. On the one hand, remembrance becomes a fire that burns everything. It brings transformation. On the other hand, it gives you the experience of happiness and lightness. Such a disciplined and powerful remembrance is said to be accurate remembrance. Children who are embodiments of awareness and have such accurate remembrance are powerful. This awareness and power enables you to claim a right to the number one prize. Slogan, an experienced person is one whose heart is strong and mature. Om Shanti. Experience the stage of being merged in love. God's love is the basis of this elevated Brahma life. It is said, where there is love, there is the world and there is life. If there is no love, then your life is lifeless and homeless. When you found love, you found the world, whereas the world is thirsty for the one drop. For you children, God's love is your property. You are sustained with God's love, that is, you move forward in life. So always stay immersed in the ocean of love. Om Shanti.